founder of Enough is Enough Voter Project, said, "It is time to end the culture that protects the careers of powerful men who abuse women and survivors, and to put this issue in front of you, the voters."
I know it might be a little difficult to spot, considering that she's on a stage giving a speech to several people. But the truth is that Amber was actually drunk or high through it. Having doubts, notice how her words were slurred, and maybe if this was an isolated incident, we could write it off as that. But the thing is that this is not in any way an isolated incident. In fact, it's pretty safe to say this might even be the norm for her, as she has been caught quite a few times. Think I'm onto something? You're right, so stick around till the end to make sure you get it all.
Why I feel so aligned now as a champion of the United Nations human rights. Sorry, it's hard to say. Part of why
There's no way you watched the video at the beginning and couldn't tell Amber was under the influence. But if you couldn't, that's probably because every other time you've seen her speak, she was probably under the influence there too. But the thing about this, her most recent appearance, is that it was supposed to be for a job. So you'd at least expect her to take that seriously, right? Well, that's not Amber Heard. That's right, she has basically made herself into the beacon of drunkenness, and this isn't even something that started recently, as it's been on for several years, even up to while she and Depp were married. How do I know, you ask? Well, the actor himself actually confirmed it during the UK trial. Speaking to the court under oath, he accused the 36-year-old actress of undermining his effort to go sober by keeping a bottle of Bull 8 bourbon in the fridge for him as she drank up to 3 bottles of wine a night and routinely took recreational drugs. But that's not all. Depp also claimed that Heard had poured him whiskey on several occasions and chopped cocaine for him before rubbing it on her gum, even though she knew he was battling drug addiction at the time. Normally, all of this might be a little difficult to believe since Amber always tries to maintain a particular kind of image, just as people saw her do during the trial. But the truth is that outside court, she isn't the same person, and that's been getting clearer by the day as new updates about her drunken and drug-fueled escapades keep getting out. And besides all of the confirmations that have come up about her drinking problems on social media, there's also the fact that another person confirmed in the Virginia trial that she does have a problem. While the trial was on, Amber's former nurse, Erin Filani, appeared via video deposition and revealed a couple of things that Amber wasn't too happy to hear. Under questioning from one of Depp's lawyers, she walked through the notes of her treatment of Heard. Said notes state that Heard reports a history of substance abuse, including an addiction to cocaine and liquor. They also add that Heard does not smoke but reports she drinks 1 to 3 glasses of red wine a day. The notes also go on to mention familial history of substance abuse. Both mother and father have abused and become dependent on stimulants. I mean, with all of these details out there, it doesn't really take a genius to be able to establish the connection between Amber and $1,000 bottles of wine. Anyway, this most recent update, along with all of the others that have come up about her in recent times, has gotten a lot of people talking, and they don't seem too happy. One user wrote, "She looks like she belongs at a scene from a movie where a woman has been kidnapped to sell on the black market, but she's drugged to the gills to keep her placid during the bidding. Except Scam did this to herself and she thinks it's hot. Looks like even regular people have had enough of her shenanigans, but we'll see how she plans to get appellate court judges on her side and pay her debt." That's it for this video. Goodbye.